aficionados. We have to start with a bit of an anecdote today. I'm very sorry if you don't like it. Go skip it, listen to the sound of the pedal, that's all fine. But we're also going to start with the pedal right now. So Leslie, please put the pedal on the screen. Thank you. We're looking at the Headroom Mini. So scratch the Mini and imagine a Headroom. That was a big pedal from Carl Martin. Very simple, 2 different settings, 4 springs that were actually in the pedal. So now we have a whole bunch of these. Anna Sounds has them, Surfy Bear has them, other companies have these big boxes or even smaller boxes with actual springs in them, so you get a spring reverb in pedal form. Carl Martin had this for a long time. And it must have been 2011, 2012, maybe around that time, maybe 13, I don't remember exactly, when I had a wee little channel called HP42 and had 3,700 subscribers, printed myself a little flyer to hand out at Musikmesse in Frankfurt. I had my iPad with me and I had a couple of videos on there. Many companies back then had no idea how to utilize YouTube, had no idea what YouTube was, didn't want to have to do anything with it, or they didn't want to deal with a small channel. Back then, all channels were kind of small, but nobody, paid much attention to me, especially the established brands. And Carl Martin has been around for frickin' ever. That's an established brand. So I ran into Søren Jungberg from Carl Martin at Musikmesse, showed him 1 or 2 videos, and he said, that's really good stuff. He took me seriously. And after the show, he sent me a couple pedals, the Headroom being one of them. No money exchanged hands, but he was the first boutique-y, high-end brand with real gear that sent me stuff to review. The Headroom arrived kind of broken because the springs if you shake it around too much, the springs broke. Okay. So I called him, we had a great conversation, and we became friends. And I really, throughout the years, called him a friend. And when my prices went up because my channel went up, my production costs went up, I never charged Carl Martin anything. I never charged Søren a dime because he believed in me early on. And that loyalty to me meant that he would never pay on this channel. And he never did. Now, 2 years ago, he very suddenly passed away. Who knows what was going to happen with the company? Apparently, they had some neighbors called Dan Guitar, Danish online shop, as far as I understand. And Dan Guitar said, these people are family, so we'll buy them. And we make sure that Carl Martin's legacy continues. We'll bring him back and do what Søren would have wanted. And I love that. So I had a nice chat with him. And the first pedal that they're bringing out under their guidance is the Headroom Mini. Now, there are no springs in there, but it is following the same idea. A great reverb for people that don't want to deal with learning digital systems and presets and menus and MIDIs and all that stuff. So, before it can be on the screen over there, we got to take it out of the box. Carl Martin, high quality shit as always. Now you'll be pleasantly surprised to see beautiful product shots in the possibly shortest slideshow we've ever done. Here we go. And now sounds. Not many amps. Why? Just one amp. Because we're going before the amp into a clean amp. This is what we do. If you want drive, I recommend putting that in the effects loop, but we don't do that. We're going into the 1959 Marshall modified Plexi. This thing is simple. Reverb B, well, let's start with A. Now I gotta set it up differently. I was confused. So reverb A, green, click, reverb B. These are not soft clickies, not hard clickies. They have a little bit of a click, but not a clonk clonk. I don't know what to call them. Bypass. Now it's on in blue. Now it's off in gray. You switch between the two reverbs. You have, I'm gonna say mix, tone, small decay. That's it. There's no menus. There's no firmware updates. I've just spent 4 days doing firmware updates on shit, okay? It's cool that your equipment can grow with you, but it's also a pain in the frickin' butt. In the back, we got input, which with the TRS can be stereo. 9-volt remote to switch the two around if you wanted that. And possibly on and off, so you could actually have this in a rack. And then output is also stereo with TRS. So this can be fully stereo, but we are going into mono tube amp, so we're not doing that. And with the reverb, it's more subtle than with the delay. It's not doing pingy pongy, pingy pongy. That's what this amp sounds like with this STS Okita that was specifically made. I mean, can you tell? For me, look at the colors. What a beautiful guitar, sustainably made all in Germany with German wood, German parts, German everything. Here we go. Oh, haha. Yeah, for the Henning, he has to remind himself, because last thing we did was metal. Ah, now we got the cream back, because the V30 is all about this, and we don't want this right now. That Plexi is fine. It's got the tiniest bit of hair on it, the tiniest bit. I dialed it in very conservatively. Headroom on. On A, of course. You just forget about the pedal. You just drench yourself in beautiful reverb. Now, I'm someone that when he plays clean, I don't like to play dry. I need reverb. So if I have an amp on a cab, like I'm right now testing this in 20 IR, I need to put a reverb on there. This, simple, easy, bam, done. Don't have to remember any secondary function in that shit. Smallest amount of decay. I like that a lot. Very, very subtle, but I mean, on and off, That's what that chord is. What's that? That's cool. So smallest amount of decay means the smallest room. More decay. Tone. It's got things happening. Lots of decay. Little mix. Oh. It's got 3 knobs times 2, but they do the same thing. And it can go from this no trails. We're done. Holy crap, this is an ambient dream, and it's also a little springy kind of reverb, and an ambient room, and thank you, Leslie. 3 knobs, and it's everything. It's probably not that expensive either. I don't know. It's not out yet. So how about you figure that out through my links below to the applicable shops that carry Carmarthen. It's just dandy is the word, but it's more than that. Wow. that ambient thing, but then also just a tiny bit of room to liven up your guitar, your rock rhythms, your whatever. You're looking for a no frills but killer reverb. There you go. Links below. That rhymes. Thanks, new Carl Martin team, for your trust in me. I hope that the friendship with us will last as long and longer, I'm sorry that sounded wrong, than the one I had with Søren. And he will never be forgotten because I owe the man a lot. Thank you so much. Animals at the end.
Start again. Let's give it a love, sweet little Tiffany. Come, let me show you what we used to be. Let's give it a love, sweet little Tiffany. It's without love, that's only oxygen we breathe. 1 second chance would just be fair. We shouldn't ditch the things we can repair. Can repair. Tonight's the night to get it done. Oh, you see, the fun has just begun.